Good evening, heroes and heroines, and welcome to Practising Programming with me, Miblo. And Drakebot has spotted that I'm streaming. Good evening, Drakebot. Good to see you. So, that's happening. That's happening. No drop frames, that's on. Let's get us some music. Christmas and Christmas, that could be appropriate. Well, I've just had a train journey today. Have I got anything that's to do with travelling? And yeah, Oregon Trail is about travelling, isn't it? But let's go for this. So let's get my volume down. Let's go for that. That's 56 minutes, that's quite a nice length, I think. Some cheeky streaming, yo. Cheeky. What was cheeky about it, Byron? Cheeky streaming. I think I've only done... What did I do? I checked all this lot. Oh, is it the Drakebot? We're talking to Drakebot? I don't know. Online now. Canooples. To see you. I looked over and someone was shouting at me. Alright. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, I had a job interview today. Hence the resplendent attire. And I also just had a nap. Kind of just before. You know, stuffy nose. Yeah. Yeah, I kind of always got a stuffy nose. Or at least I always sound like I've got a stuffy nose. In fact, but yeah, like I say, I just woken up from a nap. So yeah, that's probably part of it. So how was the interview? The interview, I think it went okay. I think it went alright. I didn't feel too nervous. The place was really gorgeous. Like, Knutsford is a really nice place. People that I met, really nice. I mean, it started off with a sea cat. A sea cat. Is it test or a sea cat? Kind of. If I just search for that, would that tell me it? No, it's not that. It's sea cat assessment. Is that? I think. I'm not sure if that's right. Hang on a second. It's basically an aptitude test. Aptitude test. I've done one previously. Yeah, it's gonna be one of these. Yeah, it's this. So I've done one previously when I first applied. And kind of did pretty well in it. and they couldn't tell me the exact score. There's some reasoning that they can't say the exact score, but I got told the percentile that I was in, and previously I was on like 90, it was like 93, 95 percentile, so I seem to be good at these tests. So I had to do one of those first, which apt, yeah, APT, apt, yes, maybe, yeah. Had to do one. Yeah. Oh, I am apt. Yeah, I must be apt for these tests. So yeah, yeah. That's what I want them to do. Yeah, just get the job, get the employers to just do apt get Miblo. So yeah, I did one first of all. It's just, I think it says it's just 15-minute thing, 50 item, 50 questions. And I mean, I passed it, and I kind of feel like I probably did very well actually, because I managed to answer all the questions. Like, I had 7 seconds to spare at the end, so I kind of managed to gauge the time pretty well. But I did that, passed, and then I was handed over to another couple of people. It was the manager. These guys practically want to ride to hell. Yeah, well, possibly. The tests actually aren't really I mean, do you have any examples here? It's kind of it's problem solving, really, and there's lots of pattern-based questions. So there was a series of questions where they'd have like a grid of 9 things, like a sort of a 3x3 grid. Although it's not actually split up into 3x3, but you need to kind of work out that it's split up into this 3x3 thing. And so all of the things will be filled in apart from one, and basically you need to say what the item will be based on what else is in what's in the previous 8 cells of this grid. And there was like language tests as well. So it seemed to be dead easy, honestly. It seemed to fit with what I could do. And then the interview itself happened. I think that lasted for about an hour and a quarter maybe. In fact, I could have done with it lasting a bit less long, so that I would have had time to get back to the railway station and get the train. Because I think I missed it by about 5 minutes. But yeah, I mean, it seemed to go well. I'm just a bit cautious of not overplaying my technical knowledge, honestly. Because I was talking about how I've been learning C from Casey. In fact, I mentioned Handmade quite a lot. I mentioned that. Hello, if you come, and insofar as. Wow, great time with you two. What have you two been up to together? I mentioned Handmade quite a bit. And at one point, the manager, because the 2 people I was speaking to was the manager of the ticketing department, and one of the actual guys who does the actual job that I'm going for. So the manager at one point said it's something like this role doesn't really require such great technical knowledge. It is more of a support role. And then at that point I had to kind of reassure them that I don't have that much technical knowledge, and that I'm still just learning this stuff. And also like the fact that I don't think I'd feel super comfortable doing a developing role because I don't have enough knowledge to do that really. So yeah, I mean that's my only concern really, that they think that my technical knowledge is more than they're looking for, and maybe even more than I've got, but more than they're looking for really. So I just don't want them to think that. So I mean I did say in the interview that I don't have that, but I don't know. So yeah, it's just a case of waiting now. They said they'd let me know before New Year's. So yeah, hopefully be yes. Music is a bit too loud. Cheers, Nucles. Or K Nucles. I need to actually know how to pronounce K Nucles. 2 times as loud as it should be. Okay. Yeah, it does seem to be quite a loud thing actually. 32. I'll walk it down to 24. Maybe 16 actually, because it is quite loud. Especially then bedquilt ramblers when they kick in, it is pretty loud. Hopefully that's better. Thank you very much insofars. Cheers. When I remember one of the HMH guys had to go through 4. Oh right. Second is good. Don't segregate the first letter. Why does it? Yeah, aren't they just? Yeah, I like them. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I wanted to actually do a bit of a walkthrough of my desktop for Martin Cohen, but I was waiting until I've got a better mic really, so that it's just more enjoyable to watch. So maybe I will actually still save that. I mean, essentially, I'm using a couple of desktops at the moment. This is desktop 2, which I'm using for the OBS stuff. So like all this junk, all this is on the desktop 2. I think recent Windows's have multiple desktop things, multiple workspaces. So I'm using 2 for OBS stuff, and 1 is it's just got Firefox at the moment. And then this down here, my terminal. How to get into Linux? Oh wow, gosh. Well, I'll answer that in a sec. This down here is my terminal, which is pinned. It's kind of pinned to the desktop basically. So you can see up here, I've just minimised the stuff, and it's down to the desktop. So that's desktop 2 with everything minimised, and this is desktop 1, also with everything minimised. But the desktop, the desktop layer persists between them all, which I quite like. So this is my terminal here, and this is my Conky monitor over here, which just sit there. As for how I got into Linux, it was 10 years ago. I think it's about 10 years ago. It's 2015. WeChat is so pretty. What distro are you on, FUCon? I think it's think it's I'm not sure if I can't remember if you're on Windows, but I think it's one of those things that you need to use Sigwin. Yeah, absolutely. WeChat for the win. I don't think there are any kind of binaries for what have we got actually? Yeah, we've got the source here. Yeah, I'm not sure they do have official binaries actually. Yeah, I mean they haven't even got like the Arch package here, so yeah, it's up to the it tends to be up to the distribution to actually package it up for you. Linux though, in general, I was building a new computer like 10 years ago, and in fact I think I actually blogged about it. What is my blog? Although I'm not sure if I actually went into super detail about it. I was building a new computer, and I just wasn't prepared to buy a new what's it called, Windows. So I was on Windows 98 second edition, and that was well out of date. It was like, I think it stopped being supported. So yeah, I was just in the market, as it were, for a new operating system, and I think I'd got interested in free and open source software through Firefox. I think I was made aware of it through that. And yeah, when I came to build this thing, it was like, I don't know, it's just kind of like the natural thing. Yeah, I think it's this article here. When I actually built it. So 2006, so it's like, yeah, 9 years ago. First of all, I had like live CDs. I used to download them. I remember one called Knoppix. That was quite a kind of popular one. 215 again. Oh, new calls. You can't be getting just yet. Good night, and it was good to have you here, however briefly. I didn't even get onto programming at all, did I? It's just been a little chat. Hopefully next time we'll see some programming. Oh, James! Hello, James. Nice to see you. Hey, man. Yeah, I played around with live CDs, and they didn't run very well at all on that previous system, because it had very little RAM, and it yeah, I think it was it a 500 gigahertz Celeron processor that had, with probably 64 megs of RAM, I'm guessing. Could that be right? Sometimes Christmas shopping. Wow, that's cool. No worries. That's all good. First Linux interface I was used was like an Ubuntu 7 live CD in a computing class. Ditched. ditched something. Oh yeah, so I think I actually I censor Windows, so I'm guessing that's what that's saying. Ubuntu 7. I wouldn't know what. Oh yeah, I wouldn't know what version of Ubuntu that was. The first distribution that I actually installed on that system that I built was Fedora Core 4. So yeah, Fedora Core 4 with the KDE desktop environment. Just because it's kind of similar-ish to Windows. If it's just yours, Mandrake. Ah, okay. Yeah, I think I had that as a live CD actually. Never installed it, but yeah, I'm pretty sure I had that as a live CD. Had Suze as well. What else do I have? Also things like Dynebolic. I don't know if you've heard of Dynebolic. It was like, will this even search? It's like a music-based distribution. Is it still going? Yeah, for media activists. Can't tell if it's actually still being developed. About 3 beta. Oh right, so released in September 2011. Yeah, presumably that's gone by. Briefly used Ubuntu and Elementary OS, which has actually been on something. Elementary OS, is that is Elementary based on Arch, or is it its own thing? Elementary. Oh, it's based on Ubuntu. Okay, so you've used Ubuntu and Elementary OS. Right. This is a desktop with its own shell. Okay. On crack. Indeed. Pretty sure crack isn't. That's not banned. Ah, right. The only recent failure to set up Arch that I've heard of, besides that one, is Casey trying to set it up on his laptop. And his laptop is an Optimus? And apparently Optimus is just tough to use in Linux, I believe. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be very good support for it. But I mean, if you haven't got an Optimus, if you just got like a normal Nix OS. Oh. Yeah, if you just got a normal kind of system, then yeah, I mean, I found Arch to be fantastic, actually, honestly. It's independently developed to improve the state. Oh. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it is. Can switch from something usage. Ah, right. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you need certain things for like school and work and what have you, then you just got to flat out just use them, haven't you? Yeah, it's all about. It is manual, but I mean, what I like is that it also teaches you, kind of gives you a good reasonable understanding of the systems involved, basically. And Project Euler, yes, I've done a few, but I haven't really considered doing it, but on stream. Yeah, basically my thoughts about Project Euler streaming Project Toilet is that a lot of the point of Project Toilet is for people to like solve the problem, isn't it? And kind of spoilers are kind of frowned down, I think. So I'm not sure that I want to do it on stream, because it'd kind of take that opportunity away from people. You know, I mean, I know that people that are kind of in charge of what they watch and all that. And what they read. I mean, I suppose, yeah, by a similar token, I wouldn't publish my solutions on my blog, for example. So, in a similar way, I might not stream it, but I don't know, if there's huge demand for me to like work through some Project Toilet problems on stream, then maybe I'll just have to go for it. I'll keep this open now, actually. I'm going to keep this NixOS thing open and have a look later. I don't need the blog for now. WeChat, we kind of covered it. But yeah, it was just, I just said it's Sigwin, wasn't it? Just have a look. Oh right, 76. What version am I on here? Oh, I'm only on 1.3. Okay, so that version is overdue. Gosh, get a bit of cramp in the foot there. So yeah, anyway, so we don't need that for now. Let us go for it. How long have we been going already? Has it been 2 hours yet? 28 minutes. So that's kind of a bit of a pre-stream. I think I'll have to set up the old Q colon filter, Casey style. So actually, yeah, I've still got a practice.c file here. I'm not sure if I should actually look at it now, because I don't want to run the risk of just copying it. But essentially I did that while I was waiting to go for my interview. So I arrived very early. And there's a coffee shop next door, Philpott's coffee shop. So I just went in there, had some lunch, and then just spent a bit of time just preparing for the interview and kind of writing some code, basically. And what I ended up doing for that, I just did another array. But one thing I also did while I was there, I learned how to define a macro. So I think I'll just kind of, I think I'll do basically what I did while I was waiting, because it's all practice. And then I think what I'd like to be able to do by the end of the practice is to be able to call, it's to be able to put my sorting function or my sorting routine into a function that I can call at will. So I can just pass an array to it, it sorts it, and then we come back. Now, insofar as gave me this link to here, pretty sure it was this. Passing array, yeah. Passing arrays to functions, yeah. So I said I would read this by the next one. My homework was to read it. I haven't read it, so what we might do is, what I might do is I might just do my stuff, and then just kind of try and grok what's going on here, and apply it to my thing. I think that's what I'll do, and hope that it kind of makes sense. Structs. I'm not going to need any structs, I don't think. Am I going to need a struct? No, I'm not going to do a struct. I just want. All I want to do is just a sword and a ravens. That's what I'm doing. So yeah. So yeah, like we've done for the previous few days. Could somebody possibly please just generate 16 random ints from 0 to 100, please. Meanwhile, I'll just write my sort function. Sorry, the swap. All seems to be okay. It's just Actually, yeah, I'll also define that macro while here. Define size of. That takes A. And all that does just size of A. Size of A divided by size of pointed to A. Pretty sure that's all it is. Okay, so let's initialize my unsorted array. Got no values yet. But honestly, I might just use I and J here, just for the hell of it. For that, and then for and then all we do is we just swap pretty sure that's it, isn't it? Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, so first I need to do the printf stuff, don't I? So we just give this some numbers. Very nearly. That's basically right there. 12 and 6. Yeah. Okay, yeah, fine. Yeah, good catch. Where's my cursor? And then it's sorted it. So that's it, isn't it? I've done that. So this is what I want to be pulling out. Into a function. What time is it now, actually? 37, so that's about 10 minutes work, maybe. Yeah, you see, once you know how to solve a problem, it's, you really can just bash through it. Please enter the master password. So let's see about this. Should I do it? For each element, set it equal to its index number times what size term? Just thinking that I could adapt this to my thing. Don't want that. Got return 0 inside an A now. Wow, seriously? Serious? So why did you... Wow, it's pretty, pretty weird. Do I wonder how they missed that? Note lack of square brackets notation and the lack of one of them underscores. So Ah, okay, interesting. So, so it's initialized an array without putting any values in it. So I just print out a load of garbage here, and then this function is actually stuffing values in it. One thing to note is you can use int star instead of int in the function definition. It would be exactly the same. Oh, right. Oh man, that's weird. So, oh wow. I'm not sure if I'll do that actually, because I might. Oh, really? You can use int. Oh, hang on a second. You can. What are you saying? You can use int. On the other side. Are you saying? You're saying you can do this? Is that right? Don't have to program. Other side. That seems to be kind of working. They compliment someone else say Alan also knows. Pretty sure Alan is not an explicit engineer in Turbots. Someone else say Alan also knows Frankenstein. Also, I don't think anybody knows Alan as Frankenstein, honestly. Or Frankenstein. Yeah, Frankenstein. What does that mean? Is that being frank? He is being very rude. Yeah. Franken's one. So I presume that this is correct. I presume this is what insofar as you're talking about. You put the thing like that. Int star. In fact, have I seen Casey do that? I wonder. We'll go to search for this. I don't know. No, that's not really search what I want. It's Don't much to for that. Yeah, I don't want that to. God. It's still not what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that was my attempt at an American accent, by the way. Didn't work. I think. Plus into ours. So it's this instead of this, you're saying, so you can pass. Yeah, I mean that is weird actually for me as well, because previously I've always been passing like star blah. So this is the other way around. Which is kind of interesting. So it's kind of weird that way. Basically, when you declare a function pointer tr array, then r is implicitly taken as a pointer to the first element of an array, whose length is unknown. Okay. Type. Yes, type. Star name is the same as type. Oh, right. Arrays decay to pointers when passed by a function. Ah, right. Okay. So is that only in a function then? I couldn't initialize an array like that, could I? Or maybe not that one, but this one, because we haven't got a size for it. Actually, hang on, is that actually what you're saying? Type star name. Maybe that would be correct, wouldn't it? Should point initializing int star. What line is that talking about? Oh, it's talking about this line. So is it only in functions that you can do that? This is okay now. I wonder if I just keep, yeah, kind of like how I can just keep getting random values in there. Kind of fun. The size is known within the curly braced region when the array is declared. Ah, true. Yeah. Just that you lose the number of array elements when you cross the call boundary. Oh, right. Because you're just getting the pointers to the first elements. Oh yeah, that's true, yeah. Yeah, Interfars was mentioning this the other day actually, you need to send a count to it. So what am I actually passing here? So, init array, oh yeah. I think he was trying to talk about there being some weird way of getting the size. I never found out what that was. I mean, for now, I could try and do this thing actually, couldn't I? Try and do my sorting routine in a function. Customer is static size by pointer. Star base. Then you have to do pointer to array to index it inside the function. Weird. I won't then. I won't worry about that at all. Okay, so let's try and do this thing then. So assuming this is a void as well, isn't it? So if we're saying it, because I presume that's what I want to do. I presume I want it to be a void function. I want it to take an array in fact, just so I know what I'm talking about, it's going to take an array and it's going to take the count. Actually, so how's this looking? Array that is equal to size of. Okay, so this is where we need to do less than the count, right? Inches, so that's iterating over all the elements. That's iterating over those things. So we'll do because this is already appointed to an array, or in. Well, mind you, we need to pass something to the swap, so presumably that is okay. I'm guessing. So then if I want to use that sort, I just call it like that. Seriously, is this going to work? No. Of course it's not. Because it's only 2 elements large. Yeah, that's worked. So interesting. You forgot the if statement in the sort though. Oh Jesus, yeah. How's that working? Hey? Oh god, hang on a second. Hello, Purposely Drifting. Great to see you, mate. If the J is less than, it's kind of funny actually that I just completely forgot about the vital component there. Yeah. Just try and play this now. Try and play the game. We're going to rating sorts today. Yeah. Well, actually, I'm very well, thanks. Purposely Drifting. Yeah, I had my interview, which went pretty well, I think. I just my only concern is that I kind of my only concern is I hope I didn't kind of portray my technical knowledge as being more than it is. Or no, that's not really my concern. My concern is that the guys who are interviewing me don't think that I'm too technically knowledgeable for the role, because I'm totally not. And I wasn't saying that I kind of knew all this stuff, but I just kind of got the vibe while I was in there that that they were kind of not uneasy, but I mean, because basically I was just talking about me learning C and learning about pointers, and I actually described this sorting routine, because one of the questions was, can you describe a time when you've used good problem solving? So I described this sorting routine, which is kind of technical, at least it is to me. So yeah, that's my only worry. Is that they think I'm too technical for the role, but I'm not. But yeah, I've got the ifs and so how I can. Yes, and what we are actually doing is so I've already done a raise really. I've kind of already done sort. The sort I'm doing actually. I'm not sure if you were here for the other one, the other stream, the first stream when I was kind of struggling through the sort. This one, they were no, they weren't. No, the role is it's a support role, so that's why they're kind of making sure that I was aware that it was a support role and not like a highly technical one. The role is called a ticketing technical support consultant. So basically, I'll be offering support to like the well, it's not really the IT department even. It's to customers who use the ticketing software, and it tends to be football clubs, so like soccer clubs and rugby. So it'll be kind of it'll be supporting non-technical people, I'd imagine. You've detailed all your work you do for Casey. Yeah, I did mention Chambadera quite a lot actually. I mean, for most of the questions, it was just like, yeah, this thing that done Chambadera kind of answers that question. I mentioned Handmade as well, only very briefly. Might have been nice to have mentioned that in a bit more depth actually. Maybe sort of saying something along the lines of the fact that Casey kind of valued my work enough to actually kind of help me get over there. Because you kind of need to do that, I think, when you're trying to get hired. You need to kind of set their mind at kind of rest that you are kind of to be trusted, basically. Because I haven't got much employment experience. So if you just look at that, they could sort of think, well, if nobody else has taken the plunge and hired you, then why should I? So you kind of need to kind of reassure them that they're going to be worth hiring, basically. Didn't mention much about Arch Linux actually, though, honestly. I'm not sure it would have been much value in doing that, actually, because the systems that they use are Windows systems, and also they use an IBM. I think it's an IBM I series they mentioned. I haven't looked this up yet. Which uses some operating system that okay, yeah, so I've actually looked this up. I must have looked this up previously. IBM System I. For the servers. And I mentioned some operating system. It might have actually been this. It might have been AS400 that they mentioned. Yeah, which I hadn't heard of. I think they might be, yeah. Yeah. Don't know which version. But yeah, that does ring a bell actually. So yeah, that's what they use for their servers. So I don't have knowledge of that, but maybe just might do actually. Flap was first introduced on 21st of June 19. Well, this is just this one in 1988. I don't know. When did DOS come out? Oh, okay. DOS was... No, it didn't predate it. It was 1981. Oh, hang on. The predecessor to that was made available in 79. Hang on a second. OS 400 is a merger of OS 2.1 and AS 400. Oh yeah. Right, got you. Unlike the everything is rapid using this, everything is an object. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Built-in persistence and garbage collection. Oh, it seems like file directory integrated class and Java compatibility implemented. Java compatibility implemented. Brilliant. Great. Well, I don't know, maybe damn. Well. Right. Interesting. Well, apparently that's what they use. How did we get onto this though? Oh, I was just telling you about the interview. We're gonna raise. Yeah, so no, it was a support role, like I said. Oh yeah, and then the Arch Linux thing, right. I think let's just pick some music while we're here. That's how long have we been going? It's been an hour. What else do I want to do? Just know how to do with what? RPG. RPG? What's RPG in this context? I know that they use SQL. A lot of role-playing games. That's what I'm doing. Well, surely that's not right. Just don't know how to deal with a lot. That can't be what purposely drifting is, can it? RPG is the audio device. Oh right. Oh right, okay. Right. I feel like... Oh, okay. I wonder if I get the job, um, I wonder if I'll have to do anything on it. I probably will actually, honestly, because I think, um, yeah, in fact that's complete rubbish. I will totally have to do stuff on this IBM iSeries. Not sure if I'll get to use RPG, but I will be doing SQL, and that's something I'll have to learn actually, because I haven't learned that at all. Oh yeah, that's something maybe I could learn that on stream. Maybe learn SQL on stream. Total disaster. Oh man. Well. Who's that? Yeah, data related. Yeah. Right. Okay. I'm getting a bit tired actually, honestly. Um, Let me just look at what I've done. I mean, I spent the first half an hour chatting about the interview. I did about 10-20 minutes. Select knowledge from SQL where current knowledge is null. If only I understood, if only my current knowledge was not null. Select knowledge from SQL where current knowledge. I'm sure that's super hilarious. But, yeah, either my SQL foo isn't enough or I'm just too sleepy. So let's just look at what we've done now. Don't too much of it. It's a bad SQL pun. Okay, report program generator. Okay. This main purpose was to be used to print reports and database. Right. Okay. Well, presumably I will be using RPG then, presumably. Because that's a pretty darn vital thing to do, isn't it, to print reports? I'd suggest. Let's just look through what I've accomplished today. I've done. Oh yeah, I did this macro. So I actually did the same thing while I was waiting for my interview. I just kind of went into squishy stressful. Yeah, you know, I kind of don't suffer too much from stress, I don't think. maybe I've been fortunate that I haven't been in a super stressy situation. No, maybe we'll have to get one though. Yeah, I kind of dear. But it's console based though, isn't it? So that's one thing in its favour. I like using my old consoles. Although it's going to be, I think they said that it's not actually a terminal. You use Windows, so yeah, that's what it's been. Yeah, indeed. So, yeah, I kind of use Citrix. Possibly, actually, yeah, possibly. I've heard of Citrix. I've heard roughly of what it does. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see though if I could just sit at one of these IBM iSeries and key into these great big like systems. Although they probably wouldn't let me. So yeah, I did this macro which I kind of modelled after like some KC stuff. I think I literally just gripped for define, I think. Yeah, I did. And then just kind of saw what the syntax was and then did that. That's what I want to be doing. That's what I do want to do that in Ziffaz. I want to feed in them punch cards. Done the swap, which I've already done. This stuff is new. And then also kind of like using my little size up macro. That's new. So yeah, I think we've kind of accomplished something today. Another thing I was thinking of doing was taking import, wasn't it? But I think I will actually leave that for tomorrow because I'm getting pretty sleepy. My voice is getting a bit knackered as well, actually. When I was talking a hell of a lot in the interview, much more than I do as a general rule. So I think I need to rest my voice, rest my eyes, and then come back kind of all refreshed, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed tomorrow, I'd say. Or later today, because it already is tomorrow. Wednesday the 23rd of December. Although actually my watch probably still says the 21st, right? I'll just show you my watch. So I haven't set the time back. It's still on. Don't know if that's in focus at all. It's still on Seattle time. Can't tell if that's lined up at all. And for some reason the date is the 21st. Don't know how that worked out. Decent Bible for RPG. God. Okay. Well, let's open this. Like the season numbers, it's like, where's the E? Season 245, episode 402. Oh, interesting. So it's an actual book format. Yeah, empty page. Nice one. This is going to be quite awkward to navigate, I'd imagine. Okay. So, oh, it's got a link. Thank God for that. I'm going to say, because there's nowhere up there to actually put a number in. Very dry read, I can imagine. Content team number. Okay, so I can just use this. So the first thing is the style guide. Jesus. Naming conventions. God. Well, I'll have a look at this later. And I'll also look at this, because although I have done that array passing thing, I haven't fully kind of like learned this stuff. God, yeah. I can already tell from the flipping contents. I don't know. We'll have to see. Evolution. We've come full circle. Evolution OS of the RPG 4 language. Okay, yep. So that's it, guys. Heroes and heroines. Thanks for watching again. And see you at the next practice. Farewell for now.